Welcome to Cannabis Conversations, where we talk about anything cannabis. So grab your smoke, relax, and tune on in. Featuring Brian Hamilton, Brandon Meeks, and Zachary Post. We are Elitist Urban Agriculture.
Welcome back to Cannabis Conversations. We appreciate you guys joining us. We also wanted to thank you for rocking with us and this little venture that we do have going on that we wanted to share with you guys. Today's topic, we'll be talking about new growers and things to help them out.
New growers.
You know what I'm saying? So that might be you, or it might be some things you just don't know and you kind of like new. But Brandon gonna help us out first. B, what you think?
Me, man. So this is a big topic for real. Important too.
Right.
But my biggest, I got a couple things I'm gonna say, man. But patience is my biggest thing. Anytime you start something new, you always so quick to want to learn and do all these different type of things. But then a lot of people overcomplicate growing.
Yeah, for sure.
And patience is my biggest thing, man. Like, you got to keep it simple and then not worry so much about stuff. Like we was talking earlier, you would be going in your grow, checking it every hour, every 2 hours. Like, just let the plants grow. You know what I'm saying? Just let them grow, man. But patience, and then I think genetics too. Like my first grow, I started out with good genetics. And so it kind of made the process a little bit easier, but then a little bit harder too, because you could pay for some good genetics and then you could still mess that up or something. But that's where the patience come in. I was patient with the plants because I knew I was starting something new, like a new venture. So it's just, man, patience. My biggest thing, man. You gotta wait for the good outcome and just stay true to it. Like, you ain't gonna get it your first time, your second time, your third time, or you might, but you might not. And it's a learning process. So you just gotta ride the wave. You gotta ride the wave. That's my.
Stay at it.
Yeah. What about you, Zach?
I would say, man, like, just to kind of jump off where you ended, it was like them genetics, man. Genetics. Like, if we just, because, like, as a new grower, it's a thousand things that you can do. It's a thousand things you're going to hear to do. But really, I think to give you like a good, I would say, ending outcome, a final product, is going to start with good genetics. Because, I mean, my first grow, I grew some Northern Lights. I didn't even know the breeder. I think I paid $25 for the pack of seeds. Didn't even know the importance of genetics, man. And I got it, grew it. It came out okay, but it was super fluffy, no density, a few trichomes. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, man, you know. And I was like, but I kept seeking to get, like, you know, the dispensary cannabis, right? This is back in the day when dispensary cannabis was, you know, we thought it was like pretty solid, right? So I want that density, the frost, the look, and so I ended up getting like a cut of something, and then that completely changed my game, bro. Like, getting like the right genetics. Even if you don't have the perfect grow environment and you may not be the best when it comes to putting everything together, but having some solid genetics from a solid breeder to kick it off goes a long way, you know what I'm saying, as a new grower. Now, the seeds cost more money, right? But if you're really truly dedicated to it, you can figure out how to germinate properly, because you can definitely kill some expensive seeds if you're not on your square. But if you really dig deep and you serious about it and you just not, you know, putting some seeds down and just crossing your fingers, and you really actually, you know, do your research beforehand, you probably have a decent success rate when it comes to germination. And if you do that with a solid breeder, that's going to give you a level up, I would say, as a new grower. You know, having solid genetics, man, it goes a long way when it comes to the outcome, the stability, and you get what's been advertised to you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you would get the picture of, like, the big frosty buds, and then when you grow it, you be like, this don't look nothing like that picture, man. You know what I'm saying? And but usually when you get solid genetics, man, you could guarantee you get pretty much your stability, and then your overall outcome is better. To me personally, you know what I'm saying? But
and I like what you say about, like, clones, like even getting clones over the seeds. If you can get some clones from a breeder, that'll help alleviate you trying to germinate seeds and potentially lose those.
For sure.
And shoot, sometimes even you would germinate some seeds even if you know how to germinate, and you would get a bunch of duds out of them.
Call me slipping.
Yeah,
mercy of the seed. For real.
Right.
I feel like both of them things is super crucial. What I would add to the genetics part is maybe, everything, especially nowadays, require you to do your due diligence.
For sure.
Do your research. Know what you want.
Yeah.
So you ain't growing a diesel and you like, man, I thought this was candy. No, it don't work like that.
Right.
Look at the dog industry. People go to the breeders of the Frenchie that they want. Is it a long hair? Is it a curly hair? Is it a buff Frenchie? The color combination. Know what you're looking for. So genetics for sure, research, the patience that goes into it, because, and you also have to be cognizant of what you're doing to your plant. You don't want to feed it crazy, like a water it crazy, and then be like, man, why this mud dying? Well, just think, you just watered it like 3 hours ago, and you watered it 2 hours before that. It's dead. Right. It's dying, baby. It's dying. But
drowning.
Straight drowning. So you want to be very mindful of the things that you're doing to the plant, the genetics that you have, and you also want to kind of, I would say, look into the different deficiencies. Become familiar with them, or at least get in the realm of how they look. Because if one thing that you can bank on, if it's deficient, you need something. So that goes back to your research. Do your research on what all a plant needs, and do you have everything it needs? Are you growing this 3-part nutrient regimen with 1 part? Just simple things. Really. But I mean, that's kind of the main things that I feel like you can look at when you're a new grower, and those should solve any and all the issues that you may encounter, starting off and in the future. Really, if you think about it, kind of not overcomplicated.
Right.
When would you say you get over the new grower title? Like, if it was a time frame, is it an amount of grows? Is it more of a confidence level with growing? When did you feel like you wasn't a new grower anymore? Like, how long into the game? Was it 2 years in, 3 years in?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I felt like I was confident in growing once I had issues and was able to turn them around and keep everything in stride.
Yeah.
I didn't have to abort or cancel or throw you 3-4 weeks out of the loop.
Right. And for real,
being able to remedy on the fly, I would say, is probably one of the better gestures to show that you are a mature grower. Right. Not a master.
Right.
Not for you masters out there. I know y'all different. But, for the up and coming, some of us.
For real.
What about y'all? What y'all think, man?
Bro, I'm kind of different, bro. When I learn stuff, or I don't know, I feel like I'm always a new grower, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I got experience, but you always learning something.
Hey,
even when you got it all down
That's facts. That's
You know
facts.
what I'm saying? Next year, some new stuff gonna come out. Oh, now I gotta go learn this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's for real, maybe like a confidence thing. Mm-hmm. Once you get through so many grows, you at least confident that you got the base of it all down. Yeah. And then to me now you're not a new grower then. Like you at least got some I don't know what the phrase is, but you got a little bit under your belt now.
Right,
you know
for
sure. So I would say that once you get that confidence level,
you can kind of foresee. I consider like my crossover was like when I could foresee an issue and get ahead of it. And then completely avoid it because I was able to see a deficiency earlier on, right? Mm-hmm. And say, those leaves are yellow. It's not the whole plant that's yellow yet, but it's a few at the bottom. So this is telling me something's going on. Let me make this quick adjustment. Boom. All right, the plant stayed healthy. It got me through. Product was good. So I'm saying being able to, foresee those issues, man, and correct them. The confidence, along with the confidence, when you got the pack and you finally harvested and for sure, this one gonna go. Right, what I'm saying? That's when I feel like that's when I stepped out where I didn't feel like I was a new or novice grower anymore. But like you said though, you made a very valid point. You're always learning. Mm-hmm. Like cannabis now is sport, baby. Like you gotta be like, how can we be quicker, faster, smarter? You know what I'm saying? AI. People got AI grows now, bro. They running grows with AI, homie. Like I need to learn that. I haven't learned that, so I would be new in that regard when it comes to like learning new stuff. Mm-hmm. But all in all, man, I think We just want to kind of help everybody kind of get like the newer growers kind of get some footing or get a little advice from people that's been growing for a decent amount of time. Hopefully this helps. This is now, we didn't cover everything, of course. I know it's gonna people down in the comments saying, "Oh, what about this? What about this?" But this is just kind of conversation starter. And of course, if you got another suggestion, please put it down in the comments. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for. And any new growers that have questions, of course, add those to the comments too. We appreciate y'all tuning in again to Cannabis Conversations with the Elitist brand, and we'll talk to y'all later.